Welcome to the Essence of True Self podcast, where we affirm I am the son of my creation. Here I focus on mindfulness, limiting belief, self-care, spirituality, and overall becoming your true self. I'm your host, Oriana, a book, tea, and self-development lover. I give you tips and tricks of what I learned on my self-development journey so you can apply to yours. If you're interested, keep listening. Hey, Sunnies. Welcome back to the Essence of True Self podcast. And I'm your host, Oriana. And I hope your week, your day, your evening is going pretty well. And I'm thankful and grateful you decided to come back and listen to my podcast. And of course, before we get into anything, we're going to do some breathing and say our affirmation, life update, and then straight into the episode. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. I'm going to do it one more time. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then straight into the affirmation. I am the son of my creation. I am the son of my creation. I am the son of my creation. I really hope that helps you because it always helped me. I hope this helps you get present in the present moment and get in tune to becoming your true self. And I really hope this episode can help you align you becoming your true authentic self. And you can tell by the episode, I feel like it is. I just feel like it is. And I just really hope it does just come off as, loving and kind. Because this is really my intentions for all my episodes. But this one in particular, we talk about self-love, babes. Self-loves. And I just want you to know, you are loved, you are seen, you are enough. You are worthy just by being. If we could just tell by the last 3 episodes, self-worth, self-acceptance, now self-love. It's a lot of self. Because I always preach, you can only love others as much as you love yourself. So, before we get into what I really want to talk about, because I'm really excited about this episode. So, yeah. Life update, huh? What made me come up with this episode? Really, I just feel like we all deserve self-love. And me, I struggle with this so long. As you can tell, I am a chocolate black woman. And I I struggle with self-love a lot. I used to get bullied because the way I looked and I was chocolate. And I took it to heart. And I used to be called names, harmful names. And me as a Scorpio moon, I take everything intensely. So it's just like once I just realized I have the power to love myself and love myself fully, nobody can tell me anything. So it's just like not you, but me in that moment, not realizing it, like it literally took me to last year. And mind you, I'm 25, y'all. So do with that what you will. Do with that what you will. And it's just like it is no time limit or how when you should love yourself, because it will come when you need it the most. And me ending a past situationship really just put things in perspective for me, because it just never showed me what true love was. And the love that I was portrayed as a kid, I didn't realize that wasn't healthy love. It was very much dysfunctional, toxic love. And I'm not trying to throw shade to anybody, because I always express this to my family that I mostly talk to, just how I just wished I was like healthy love in general throughout childhood. But at the same time, my family never really been taught healthy love. And when you understand it and come to that conclusion, you would not take everything so personally. Like, it just, love is a broad word, because it can mean many things to many people. And especially self-love, because we always taught that when we take care of ourselves too much, it's selfish, but really it's not really selfish. It's really showing up for yourself for who you really are, to in order to love others. Because every time we don't show up for ourselves, we always showing half-ass love to people that we think they should, or how do I want to say, half-ass love that we think that will show that we love somebody. But love is different from everybody. So that really just put things in perspective, because I always projected the love that I was taught as I was growing up. It really wasn't the love that was necessarily healthy, but mostly in a toxic, dysfunctional way, talking shit, and really just that was my way of expressing love. Now I don't express love like that. I want spread positivity, love, light, encourage people to be the best version of themselves, because that type of love brings the best out of people. But degrading people and not being nice to them and calling them names is not love. And it took me some time to learn that, especially in my friendships and relationships, especially my relationships. Jesus. And I feel like that kept giving me different people to show me what love was, in different ways of what love could be. But it really wasn't the love that I needed at the time. I really needed self-love and see myself. And this journey I'm on right now is all about self-love. Because I always advocate, after you get a relationship, heal. Love yourself fully so you won't accept the same bullshit you got before. Because if you don't, and you just jump to all these different relationships, you're never going to really love yourself. See yourself of what you could heal. I'm not saying you can't heal with other people. You can. But it won't be as clear and then precise because you in another situation. Because once you out of a different situation, you see things more clearly within yourself and see yourself wholly. But when you with somebody else after your last relationship, it just doesn't show you who you really are. It's just pretty much the remnants of what your past relationship was. Same go with friendships, same go with like family members. Because we can get to attached to, oh, I just want love, I just want love. But do you even love yourself? Do you even know what love even is? And that was really mean, because I am the queen of distraction. Okay? I'm always going to an end goal, but never just enjoying what is already happening in this moment. You know what I'm saying? Or it's mainly me just not really paying attention of what is really happening. Like, not accepting what is and loving what is. And once that last friendship, I say I have a fear avoidant attachment style. Sometimes I be very anxious to be around people, be real attached, and the next minute I'm just very avoidant and don't want to be around nobody, and I be super detached. So it just you can get whatever with me. Now I'm moving towards the secure attachment style, because I don't, once I feel some type of way within myself, I need that long time. And that took time for me to actually love myself and see myself and just be like, okay, I just need this time. Because my body was screaming to me now. Like, I have spent so much time with myself, my body would be like, girl, you need to be by yourself. You need to be alone. No matter how much you want to be around people, but that was me escaping from how I feel inside, because I'm not being by myself and not seeing myself and loving myself through the hardships. Because if you constantly feed into other people, you're never going to know how to really love yourself and nurture to yourself and care for yourself, because you over here just want to be in situations, different areas, because you want to be distracted from what already happened. And I'm not saying that's like all the way a bad thing, but sometimes we just need to sit there and process our feelings to love ourselves. Sit with that, okay? Because it's not easy. It's not easy for a pimp. I'm just kidding. It's not easy for a girl out here, a woman, a man, to be constant tending to people all the time. And you just need to tend to yourself and love yourself. And that really put things in perspective. I was going through a phase in my life. I would go through friendships or like potential partnerships or relationships, and it would just end abruptly. And I do this thing and go ghost. I think it's just my Aquarius in me. I am a Saturn stellium and Aquarius stellium. So do with that what you will. But it's just like once I feel some type of way, I go ghost. Now I have my one friend, Ari. I'm shouting you out, Ari. Ari, and it just, I can express how I want to be towards her. Like, not in a fucked up way. Let me reword that. I can express myself fully. And if I don't feel like being around people, I'll be like, I gotta do a rain check. I just really, I'm going through it right now, and I don't want to be around people. And I don't think I'd be the best company to be around if I'm constantly faking to be okay. And one thing about me, I will fake it till I make it, and I don't want to constantly do that. And now I'm to a point like, once I don't feel like being around people, I just made it very known. I'm sorry, I can't do this today. I just need that time for myself to love myself and nurture myself back to health and be by myself. And it took a lot for me to actually say that. I usually don't do that at all. And because somebody tell me, oh, we should do this, we should do this. I'm the first like, okay, let's do it. But, and then I have to sit back with myself. Because I be having high highs and low lows. So it's just like, I'm on a high high, I want to do everything. And I'm on a low low, I don't want to do anything. So, and then if I'm in a neutral state, I just love to be, let me sleep on it. Let me think on it, okay? Because I don't want to say yes right now. And then I say no later. And you be like, bro, you always canceling on me. Sorry. I'm sorry. That's literally how I am. And it's just like learning how to just be there and hear myself clearly. And I feel like that's what self-love is about, is hearing yourself, seeing yourself, loving yourself through every phase you in. And literally, that's my definition of my version of self-love. And I also have a, definition from Pinterest, because Pinterest be on it, okay? Pinterest be on it. And self-love is loving through every phase in your life. The good, the bad, the ugly. Self-love is choosing yourself every day. And that really just made me just think to myself, like, I used to not choose myself every day. I would choose other people over me. And how am I supposed to love myself and see myself if I'm constantly tending to other people and no time for me? And that's literally the definition of just pouring my water out from my own cup and not really refilling it when I need it. And the people who get mad for you just being by yourself and tending to yourself, especially if they know you're going through some shit, and they be like, bro, you don't want to spend no time with me, this and this and that. No. It's the simple fact I need that time for myself. And it's not selfish. It's loving myself. It's seeing myself. It's holding myself accountable when I don't even want to see it. And we always hear that we are our worst critic, but we have to hold ourselves accountable. And I do want to do a whole episode about accountability and getting out of the victim mindset, the lack mindset. So stay tuned for that. But it's just like that love, the yearning of love from others is really because you don't want to love yourself. I know that sounds mean as hell, but I had to tell myself that. Trust me, I cried my eyes out when I told myself that, because I didn't want to see that I was really searching for love, to fill this void of not being loved from myself. And that shook me. It actually scared me, honestly, because I was afraid that I wasn't lovable enough. But really, I just didn't choose to love myself, because we have been taught by the society to search things outside of us instead of within us. And self-love is self-love. The first word is self. And love in general is a different broadening thing of what love is. And I also want to give you a love definition. So I'm going to give you two self-love definitions and one love definition. But I just preach love yourself. And I noticed that my cousin really just put things in perspective. She was like, every time somebody come in your life, they upskill in their life, or they do better in their life, or you just always there for them, even when you're not really there for yourself. You always give people benefit of the doubt. But love yourself and see yourself. And I've been loving myself. I'm the biggest hype man for everybody, but I need to be the biggest hype man for myself. And take that. Take that. All I just said, just take it for a grain of salt and grab anything that resonate with you. Not what I say is true, but it's my own opinion. So let me get into one more self-love definition, and then we're going to get into a love definition, and I'm going to recommend you a book. I feel like I should do a book recommendation. Y'all think I should do that? Like a whole video based on it or a podcast based on it? I'm still trying to find some good books so I can recommend you guys. As you heard by the intro, I am a bookworm. Besides other stuff, a bookworm. Should I do, besides self-help books and spiritual books, should I do like fantasy and romance books recommendations? Ooh, let me know. Let me know. I will be there. I will be there. I'm back into my bookworm era and all phases of my bookworm era. Just let me know, boo. Just let me know. So, self-love definition. Self-love will heal you, empower you, restore you, open you up new worlds within you and all around you. Self-love is the key to mental, spiritual, and emotional health. And I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more. It does open you into a new level of forgiveness and acceptance. And that's why I want to do that. This last self, because I did self-care, self-trust, self-acceptance, self-worth, and then self-love last. I don't know if I'm doing another self. It probably is another self out there, but I feel like that is the perfect one to add it to this. But I feel like all of that, all them episodes collide into one to understand the self, thou self, not other people's self, okay, of you. And love is all aspects of your life, even if you're not spiritual, mental, emotionally, physically. Just being there in that moment with yourself. And love is that. Love is nurturing and kind to yourself. And I also want to get a love definition from the book All About Love by Bell Hooks. If you haven't read this book yet, I don't know what you're doing. I'm going to need you to get into it, okay? Get into it. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. This book is intense. When people recommend this book, they ain't tell me how intense it is, baby. It is intense. Especially if you grew up in the same household that I have. Baby, it's going to put things in perspective. I do want to reread this, though. But it put things in perspective. If you want to learn all about love, like everything about love, different phase, self-love, spiritual love, family love, community love, all of that is in this book. And yeah. One of my recommendations, I really highly recommend you read this book. And if you're not a reader, they got the audio book on YouTube. All you have to do is type in All About Love by Bell Hooks audio book. It will pop up. And, free 99, boo. Free 99. But yeah, the definition I want to use is love. The will to extend oneself for the purpose of nurturing one own and another spiritual growth. And love is as love does. Love is an act of will, namelessly, both intentional and action, and will also imply choices. We do not have to love, we choose to love. Since the choice must be made to nurture growth, this definition encounters the most widely accepted assumption that we love instinctively, actually. And that's only a little bit of what she said, but baby, she got some more up in here. This is the Bible for me, okay? And once I need a real harsh, perspective of what love could be, instead of being in a la la land of what love has been portrayed to us through television and music and physicalness before actually loving somebody mentally and emotionally, spiritually before you get physically. I preach, read it, okay? Read it. But, yeah, self-love is key. And I want to add some more stuff in here. Let me look at my notes. I feel like the most important for becoming your true self, this is the most important thing to become your true self. You have to love yourself first before you love anybody, can really truly love anybody else. Once you know love, yourself, once you know love yourself. You will know what you will allow and what you not will allow from other people. Loving yourself is showing up for yourself even when you don't want to or don't even know how to show up for yourself. The love you have for yourself will radiate outwards. The right people will come to you and be drawn to you. A lot of times when we don't love ourselves, we attract people who not good for us and make us feel worse than we already do. And if that's not the truth, when I was feeling a lot of lack of love, baby, I was attracting people that was not good for me and not feeding my soul in any type of way. And when I wasn't in my highest, I was always getting the crumb or bare minimum from people. And I would always give my all. And once I started to love myself, I'd just be more lenient with myself and not be so overly pouring with my love. Just building up that friendship, because love takes patience. Patience. I had to repeat that because a lot of times they show us that love is like rushed, especially through like movies, TV shows. Rush. It's not patience, slowness, understanding yourself, loving yourself emotionally and spiritually. We always learn about the physical first before we actually do everything else afterwards. Once we get physical, it's kind of making us chained to that person. I know when I used to do that a lot, be physical, then just trying to understand somebody, it never works out because the first thing we did when we get to know each other is physically, not emotionally, mentally, spiritually. Understanding how we think and feel and see if that align first before we actually be physical with somebody. And a lot of times people don't want to even get to know nobody if they don't want to be physical first. It's just like, you don't see an issue with that? You don't see an issue with that? I know I see an issue with that, but you don't see no issue with that? Busting side eye, okay? Busting side eye. But all that to say is just love yourself. Show up for yourself. Nurture yourself. Understand yourself. See yourself. Care for yourself. Because nobody gonna understand how to care for you and love yourself if you don't love yourself. Or care for yourself. Or see yourself or understand yourself. And it's showing more and more into like the healing and spiritual and loving side of the social media realm. Like, it shows a lot. And I'm proud of everybody who just starting, just doing it in the beginning stage, because it takes a while to get used to it. It takes a while. But yeah, let's get into the tips. Number 1. What does love mean to you? Pretty much, number 1 is all about love by Bell Hooks. So read this book. Read it. I know that sounds aggressive, but read it. And learn what love is to you. And when you was growing up, did you get presented healthy love? What is healthy love to you? And do you want to start showing up as healthy self-love and love for yourself and others, instead of giving the same toxic and betrayal and mad, angry end result that you always get when it comes to love? And that's why a lot of people don't even want to love anymore, because they have this bad experience about love, about their first love that did them wrong. And really, love take strength and risk and constantly getting back up when you fall down. Once you keep standing down and just letting things just happen, and you just be like, oh, because this one person did that to me, start taking accountability. Start moving forward, because you literally stopping your life from moving forward because you holding on to an idea of a situation that could have happened a certain way or already happened. And you just be like, oh my God, my life is ended. But really, this is an opportunity to move forward and love yourself. Not everything's happening to you. It's happening for you to see and love who you are as a person. And that's on point blank. Period. 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 And yeah, I always recommend All About Love by Bill Hooks. And just understanding what love is to you, and have you been presented healthy love as you're growing up, and do you want to start showing healthy love to people and not the toxic love you have been learned, or dysfunctional love that you have been learned. Number 2, start thinking and talking highly of yourself. Okay. That's all I can do. Okay. Like, I have a whole episode talking about positive self-talk, because it's so needed, because we always been, some people just, all they know is being talking shit to and being negative to you and just not really loving you. And we portray people being rude and negative and mean to us as love. No, babes. No. That right there is not love. Self-deprecation. And no. I always talk about be happily and think positively about yourself, because that's like the first step to actually loving yourself. Saying I'm beautiful, I'm thoughtful, I'm kind, I'm radiant of all that my heart desires, or something like that. I just speak what I've been speaking to myself. Like, I'm a magical goddess. I always get everything I desire, because you deserve the best of the best. And once you get that through your brain, you deserve the best of the best. Ain't nobody gonna treat you less than the best, unless you allow them to treat you less than the best. So, what do you want to do? Speak highly of yourself. Think positively of yourself. Go in the mirror every day and smile and look at yourself. Because the first person you look in the morning is yourself. I mean, if you're not scrolling on your phone, because that's the first mistake we make. We wake up and scrolling our phone and don't spend time with ourselves. And looking at other people's lives and wishing our life was like that. But really, we just need to sit with ourselves and start making routines for ourselves before we even touch social media. Like meditating, journaling, saying my affirmation, looking in the mirror, just sitting in silence with myself to hear myself, speaking highly and talking highly of myself. I do that every day, all day, like every day, all day, because I deserve it, you deserve it, we all deserve it. We don't have to live in this hurtful, negative, self-deprecation way of living. So, number 3, make peace your top priority. That's my favorite thing to do. Make peace your top priority. Make peace your top priority, because I don't even know what to say. Because, like, peace I feel like that's like the key to self-love, because we always in some drama or always want to know what the next big thing going on. But peace will help you be more in tune and loving yourself and just enjoying the silence, the not no drama. And then cutting people off that's not bringing you peace and happiness. Peace, as you get older, you realize it's like very important. The drama, the fighting, the yelling is really not it. It's not adding to you. It's actually subtracting from you. Peace is adding to you. Finding time for yourself is adding to you. And peace is like, I always preach that peace is like the top priority. If you don't allow peace in your life, you will never be at peace. You will never truly just see yourself and love yourself. I hate to say it, but peace has to be your top priority. Number 4, stop taking everything so personally. As I stated earlier in this video, that once you realize people just show the love that they know what they grow up with, or known or taught what love was, you don't take it personally. Because everybody have different definition of how they portray love as. So, once you stop taking everything so personally, that will add peace to your life. Not everybody gonna understand you. Not everybody gonna see you and hear you. And the only person who needs to hear you and see you and love you and understand you is you. So stop taking everything so personally. Not everybody is meant to just be there in your life. And anybody who disrupt your peace and you have to take it personally, cut their ass off. Cut it off. Because you deserve peace. You deserve not to be over here taken advantage of and somebody over here trying to tear your life down. Because everybody's just projecting. Anybody who's hurting you or trying to hurt you is projecting because they feel some type of way about themselves. Most of the time. And a lot of people, when I hear people just like starting shit and stuff like that, I say, it's the trauma. Jokes, bro. It's just a joke. I was like, it's the trauma. That's all I'm going to say. It's the trauma. Because a lot of times they don't even realize they're doing it. Because it's so ingrained in their subconscious. Like, it's the trauma. It's the trauma, y'all. So don't take it personally. We all going through shit. So don't take it personally. We all, even though social media shows in our best limelight, because nobody wants to show the worst. Now it's showing more of people going through that process. But like, everybody going through shit. So don't take it personally. So number 5, celebrate your small wins. Celebrate your small wins. Because when the big wins come, you will want to celebrate even bigger, right? Celebrate the small wins to bring you happiness and peace and joy and fulfillment with the people you love and with yourself. I used to be one of the people who don't want to celebrate myself or congratulate myself because I feel like other people should be congratulated as well. And every time I say that to myself, I just think about the time when I used to be called selfish all the time. And now, I don't really care about that. But like when I was going through this journey, I realized that I was just putting other people's wins before mine because I thought it was the right thing to do. And every time I put myself first, I call it selfish. And I don't really want to show people my business. And I still don't want to show people my business as much. But like, I deserve to be celebrated. I deserve to be loved. I deserve to be shown, to be cared for and happy for. I mean, I could be the hype man all day, but I would love to have a hype man too. So celebrate yourself. Love yourself. All the wins, the medium, big, small, slither. You decided you want to start working out and you just stay consistent with it for 3 months. Congratulate yourself. Because you deserve it. That's love. That's happiness. That's showing up for yourself. That's bringing joy and peace and love in your life. Number 6. Do what you love every day. I already said this. I think I said something like this in the last episode, like briefly. Do what you love every day. That will show how much builds your confidence and build your love for yourself even more because you is doing something that you love and constantly build on. So, do something that you love every day. Brings you peace. I always going back to peace. Peace is top priority, babes. Peace, love, fulfillment, happiness, affection for yourself. So start doing something that you love. Start constantly doing that every day. Do something that you want to build on. As you see it grows, you will grow. Because, you know, everything changes and evolve and grow into different ways of life. And then lastly, learn your love language. Take a quiz online to learn about your love language. And then start showing that love language to yourself. That is the key, babes. Because I know mine's just like act of service. Where's the affirmation? And I use act of service and quality time together because I like quality time and act of service. We can do act of service together, or you can do something for me and I do something for you, and it just be like a quality time for us. And then words of affirmation, and then physical touch. I mean, gift giving is last, but I like that too. And I feel like we always don't know what to give ourselves, so that's why I just say take the quiz. It won't hurt to learn which one is like your top love language. Once you find out your number one love language and you start doing it, they will show you that the love that you want from other people and love for yourself and what you want to project into the world. So, yeah. So let's go over all the steps again. Number 1, what does love mean to you? Have you been presented a healthy love growing up? And do you want to start sharing healthy love to people? And also, read All About Love by Bell Hooks. Number 2, start thinking and speaking highly of yourself. Start thinking and speaking highly of yourself. Number 3, make peace your top priority. Number 4, stop taking everything so personally. Number 5, celebrate your small wins. Number 6, do what you love every day. And number 7, learn your love language and start applying it to yourself. So, I hope this episode helped you so much. And yeah, I just want to talk about self-love and all about love and what I had to learn through love. And I just really hope my experience just teach you something. And don't take everything so, like, everything is an opinion of mine. Take it with a grain of salt. So, and yeah. And if you like this video, like, comment, share, rate, and subscribe so our community can grow and be like-minded individuals. And I want you to know I love you. You're not alone. And I'm grateful you're here. And until next time.